Okay, so when we left off last time, we were just about to com with... I've lost the com thing. Common person on board. And then we need Co. Sayako. Hands are so creepy. What the hell's with them? With fork
Hiya.
hands.
You must be Julian, right? Pleasure meeting you, and thanks for picking me up. So, no other passengers? That's good. Mitan and his folks aren't big on socializing. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't I introduce myself? I'm Sayako. Ellen had told me you'd be arriving to pick me up and help deliver Mitan and his crew from this planet to the TerraCorp HQ. How did you hit on that? No, of course not. Look, with this whole universe full of Danas, Seldums, and Gardnas, you wouldn't expect two people to share such an unusual last name by coincidence. Whether I like it or not, Ellen has my mother. Oh, hell! I just realized your last name is Gardner. I'm sorry. But you must admit, Argon and Goner people are a lot less creative with their names than the Teladi or Split. Really? Look, I've got to confess, I've read your files. Normally when TerraCorp sends their intelligence, I don't bother to read this stuff. Everybody deserves an unbiased start. But your files looked... how shall I say... intriguing? Seems as a kid you ran away from your mother and were raised by pirates. A rough life, I guess. And it also said you became an outstanding pilot. Skills outperforming even some of the best veterans law enforcement had to offer. Was one quote, if I remember right. But one question was never answered. What was it that drove you? What motivated you? Although I can imagine what might be part of it.
How is Pew nice dress an answer to that?
Hey you, what are you looking at? This is just my standard pilot dress. It's simply a convenient, standard uniform. Look here, it's standard, I tell you. Nah, you're just jealous. Well, my mother's worked for TerraCorp ever since I was a child. The founder and CEO is some guy who claims to come from the ancient planet Earth. His name's Brennan. And believe it or not, my mother claims she's also from Earth. So yeah, the two are buddies. Brennan persuaded her to manage the corporation while he works on a new space drive technology to help him get back to his planet. And before you ask, he's had no success in the past 20 Azuras, at least as far as I know. But you don't know my mom. Don't make the mistake of thinking that the corporation is just a little utility to help finance Brennan's research. She's made it into one of the leading enterprises in the entire universe. Mother's very ambitious when it comes to business. Oh, please. Don't think I'm one of those Gonar types. But hey, yeah, I guess I'm half an Earthling. Scary, huh? Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't be wasting so much time. We have to catch the next shuttle.
It says landing ferry there. Dodgy translation, maybe? This game was in German originally, I think. Or was it? Well, it's a German game. I'm not sure if it was done in German and then translated to English, or if it was written in English and then translated in German. Translated to German. I would assume it's translated from German. We are one boron richer. Okay, now, if you haven't done it yet, swing the ship around.
Hello, pilot.
Down.
Could you fly a bit faster? Even a boron can swim faster than that.
That's great. Okay. Now we need to go to TerraCorp, and I can't set a thing like that. No, hang on, what am I doing? I don't quite know what I'm doing. Yeah, anyway, if you've not done it yet, hit enter, go to your command console. Wrong one, press. There are two different command consoles. That is... Sorry, yeah, go your current ship. That command console, the one under your current ship. And set your back turret to protect the ship. We don't want to attack. Yeah, that should all be good. Just make sure you've got that set up. Because there is a potential battle, and when I say battle, it's kind of, I don't know what it is. Kind of introduces you to fighting, maybe? Not really sure. Anyway, hurry up, gate, get in range. Pretty please.
Gate. Farnham's Legend.
We could go through Farnham's Legend, but sorry, I've just got the universe map in my head. Bad I've memorised it.
Gate. The Hole.
I've not memorised the whole thing, just a good chunk of it. The Argon section of it. Well, the bit that this kind of whole side of it, the left hand side of the sector map, I have pretty much memorised. Unfortunately, I can never remember which gate we're meant to fly through. That's the downside. Through the gate we go. You know what this game needs? VSync. I don't think it has VSync. No. Does it? I don't think it does. Because I probably have it enabled. But the frame rate just kind of dances, and I don't like it when it dances. I like it to be set at 60. Yes, we know how the jump gate works. You just hit escape to skip that.
System, the whole. Free Argon
That's not what I
trading
wanted.
station.
Come on. Let's have some turbo. It's really annoying. Something they fixed in the later games was the being able
Free
to
Argon trading station.
being able
Free
to
Argon
use your
trading station.
yes, target the gate now, please. Yeah, one thing they fixed in the later games was you can activate your SATA drive and
Free Argon trading station.
target the other thing. Aim that way a bit. Yeah, they fixed it not working when you were close to. For God's sake.
Alpha.
Fixed it when you were close to gates, so you can turbo out of gates. It would kind of slow you down when you got close to things, but if you pressed it again, it would let you carry on, which was good. I will probably do Reunion in the
Gate
future.
Heron's Nebula.
The thing is, I know how to complete X2 pretty much. Bloody difficult, but I thought it's a good one to kick off with. We will soon be at the gate. You may be thinking this mission's a bit boring, it just involves a lot of flying about, and this mission is probably the most boring one in the game. In fact, it is the most boring one in the game. But stick with it, because they get a lot better after this one, it really kicks off. And it's actually got a really good story. Something that the later ones don't really have. The first one and the second one have really good stories, but X3 is kind of like the story was sort of over at the end of X2. Didn't really need to carry it on, doesn't ever really go anywhere. Pretty forgettable story. Can I remember about 3 of the missions from it actually? Should really learn them again. If I can do the video. Yeah. But the best ones, story-wise, see The Threat and
Entering system. Heron's Nebula.
Beyond the Frontier and Extension. Actually, I say Extension. I've not actually played Extension, but I've just read that it's very good. Extension doesn't run on my computer.
Argon Colossus.
Very irritatingly.
Argon Colossus.
Yes, we know it's an Argon Colossus, but it gets the resolution wrong. It's like a letterbox, but not like a widescreen.
Argon Colossus.
Shut up! Not like a widescreen letterbox, like a vertical letterbox. It goes from top to bottom of the screen and then is about 6 pixels wide, so you can't do much with that.
Argon Prime.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, mister, but I'm still on board. Can you hurry up a bit?
Yes, I'm working on it. Bit of song for you. Run out of stuff to talk about. I really have. I've actually, like usually I have a few things to talk about to do with the mission, but there really isn't much to talk about on this mission. I apologise about that. I'm trying to do something interesting while flying through space. I can't really cut it either because people will whinge that I cut out part of the space travel and they got lost if I do that. So that's weird. I activated SATA then and the ceiling flickered. Does it always do that and I've just never noticed? Don't know. You don't need to fly to the middle. Woo! Barrel roll! Vroom. Purple star down there. Quite nice textures for an old game.
Entering
Something
system.
old games don't tend to
Argon
have.
Prime.
The cabins are really nice. The cockpits are really nice. They weren't very nice on Beyond the Frontier. They were kind of like, yeah, doesn't really need to be there. And then on X3 they just kind of weren't there anymore. I was like, oh. Not really sure why. I quite liked.
Julian, I think we're being followed. I'm sure I saw a pirate ship.
Okay, so see, we just got shot at then. Now if I go out, can I? There. I'm out the back, and I am still manually flying. And they're currently getting shot at.
There are too many of them.
Fire.
Argon Mercury.
Is that a pirate ship? That must be. Well, if I could target any of them, the thing is, I've taken us through Argon Prime, which is something I'd strongly advise you do. I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't, because it's the way you came.
Pirate Mandalay.
Ah, there's a ship there. Okay, there are 8 pirate ships you'll let me
Alert.
target.
Missile closing.
Yeah.
Target
Okay.
left. Target is now in firing range.
You let me target any of
Pirate
these.
Mandalay.
There's a horrible inversion while using
Argon
this.
Discoverer.
It's
Pirate Mandalay. Alert. Missile closing.
come on, let's target a ship. You will take a few
Pirate
shots.
Mandalay.
Now, we're waiting for the little target thing to appear.
Target is now in.
Where is that inconvenient noise coming from all of a sudden? I can't think straight with all that noise. Would you mind turning it off, please?
Yes, I would. Well, I can't really target them in this
Pirate Orinoco.
ship, which is kind of
Pirate Orinoco.
annoying. Our shields are holding out pretty well. You see, you got that blue bar up there. It says YTPCJ-10.
Alert.
The
Missile
blue line is our
closing.
shield.
Hello?
Green
Am I
line is
talking
our
to
ship's
myself
general
or what?
health. Yeah,
Alert. Missile closing.
yeah, we're getting shot at quite a bit with missiles. I could dodge them, but I don't really need to. You'll see why. Usually I would recommend dodging them.
Pirate Orinoco.
Target the one I'm aiming at. Why will you never target the one I'm aiming at?
Pirate Orinoco.
Yeah,
Target
they're all
left.
flying way too fast to really
Holy
shoot them.
Queen, is it not possible for you to even fly straight? Who taught you how to fly? I bet it was something without a stomach.
That's great, mate. That's really great. Yeah, just kind of let your turret deal with them. If you kill any, you might get a bit of money. But apart from that, you'll be fine.
Alert. Missile closing.
Okay?
Where is that inconvenient noise coming from all of a sudden?
Yes,
I
I
can't
know,
think
mate.
straight with all that noise. Would you mind turning it off, please?
Yes, I'm working.
Boy, I gotta hold myself back. Neton is really getting on my nerves.
So yeah, there's this
When over,
cutscene.
I'll personally kick him out of the hatch. What's that? There's a ship decloaking right next to us. Wow, that was impressive. It looked like it was a TerraCorp ship, but it didn't even hail us. Very strange.
Very strange indeed. So yeah, oh, don't fly in front of the gate.
Dear Holy Queen, is it not possible for you to even fly straight? Who
I
taught
am
you how to
flying
fly?
straight.
I bet it was something without a stomach.
Anyway. All we do now is fly to the next sector, and all is well. Huzzah! And then from there, probably... I might make the next episode a trading one. That's probably a good idea, actually, because you've got that Mercury. Yes, Vincent knows I'm recording. I know he's watching this. Vincent, you're a knob. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Nothing behind us. Don't worry, I thought there would be. Just hit F1 cycle through the views if you didn't know that. I might do a combat tutorial video thing as well. Though that might be a separate video.
Entering system, home of light.
Okay, now... what I will do quickly
TerraCorp headquarters.
is show you how to manually dock, because I got asked this by Vincent, actually. He's never played this game before. He was asking how to manually dock, and I haven't showed you how to manually dock, and it is a useful thing to know. So, you have to get fairly close to the station. I think it's within 10 kilometers. So we'll do that quickly. Full speed ahead. This ship is so slow. Okay, so we're within 10 kilometers. Now, hit C. Oh, we're still not close enough. No, we're not. Okay, we have to be even closer. 10 was close enough. Is 5 close enough?
You are talking
5 is
to
close
the
enough.
automated interaction system. Make your request.
So you just hit C and then request permission to land.
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
We'll say about green position lights. Now you see you got those arrows in the screen. It says 36 in green letters. That means we have to slow down to 36 in order to dock, which we do, but we're not actually docking just yet. We're just getting in position to. So you've got those green lights just there. You don't have to be fancy in any way. You don't have to do like the ship does when it automatically docks. You can literally just power slide it, so get to the green lights, backspace, vroom, swing yourself, not that hard. Swing yourself round, and hopefully the ship will slow down enough. And then you realise that this isn't the place to dock. I've really made a hash of this. I apologise.
Docking aborted.
Damn right, docking aborted. Okay, that's not how you do it.
To the automated interaction system. Make your request. Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Okay. Meant to be going into here.
Docking granted.
So, now we fly forward and into the right place. Which is this one. Don't fly into the bit I just flew into. That's completely wrong. But make sure you're going slower than 36, or whatever the speed for your ship is. I'm not sure if it's always 36.
Welcome aboard this TerraCorp station.
Yeah, simple as that. And then we are docked.
Connection to
So
local
now
trading
might be a
network
good time
established.
to save. I'm going to do so. Yep, that one. Yeah, just save up your game. And then copy the person on board. Boom.
Oh boy, you better not go back there. Meton is in a really bad mood. But don't worry, I'll take care of him. You go and report to my mother. It was a pleasure meeting you and a lot of fun fighting together. See you soon.
No, this is unacceptable. How could this... I mean, I don't understand something like that can just happen. This is unbelievable. I want everyone available on this and set up a meeting in 20 Mizoras. I'll call you back. Yokata, you're back. I've just heard about the attack. Is Saya all right? And your passengers? Domo arigato, Julian. Domo arigato. Imagine if the express
Suddenly
had
we've
been
gone
destroyed.
Spanish.
Saya, my God, I should have been out there myself. Julian, believe me, from this Tazura on, you have a special place in my heart.
All that for flying in a straight line.
We haven't got a clue yet, I'm afraid. You say it didn't respond when you hailed it? That's strange. Doesn't look as if it was one of ours. That's for sure. But the way you describe it, it definitely seems to be a vessel built after split specifications. Shouldn't be too hard finding out who the person flying it was. We got pretty good connections to the Argon intelligence services, as you know. Don't worry about that. It's not your fault you got attacked. And we didn't think that
Miss Cole,
something
we
like
need
that
you in
would
Bay
ever
5.
happen, or...
Miss Cole.
Not now, I'm busy. Or else we would have sent an armed escort, of course. I can't believe this really happened. This shouldn't have happened. Only very few people here at TerraCorp knew about the transport. If this was staged, there must be someone inside TerraCorp leaking information. This is definitely going to have consequences.
Miss Cole, we need you immediately at Bay 5. They are...
Tell them to wait. And if they don't want to wait, they can leave at any time. Anyway, before I forget, with all the trouble you had, I want you to get rewarded properly. Because of your brave actions, I think you deserve this now. I'll prepare your papers for your new Mercury. It's my old TS-class transporter ship, which I used to fly some Azuras ago. It has no equipment anymore, not even shields, so you might want to visit an equipment dock first. I hope it will help you make your way and stay on the right side of the track. And hopefully you will continue flying for us in the future. Your old ship is also waiting for you in the main hangar bay, by the way. One moment. We'll have the transporter ready for you when you leave. I'm sorry I haven't got more time. TerraCorp business is increasing my workload continuously. As if I hadn't already enough to worry about with all that happened lately. Oh, Julian, one more thing. Bandana contacted me a couple of Stazuras ago. He wants to see you as soon as possible. I think it was urgent. Take care. I'm on my way. How is it going down there?